Welcome back to the Deep Dive. It is officially January 24th, 2026.
It is.
And if you are listening to this from anywhere in California right now, you know exactly what is happening outside. The temperature has absolutely dropped.
Oh, it's definitely coat weather.
It is coat weather, it is scarf weather, people are breaking out the heavy duvets. But apparently, if you look in the corners of your ceiling, you'll realize it is also officially spider weather.
It's such a visceral reaction, isn't it? That primal spike of adrenaline.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, that feeling.
You're sitting on the couch, maybe you've got a blanket on, and then out of the corner of your eye, just movement.
Something fast.
Something surprisingly fast, and definitely something with way too many legs. I'm Mark Buzz, and usually my strategy when I see that is to consider simply handing over the deed to the house.
It's theirs now.
It's theirs now. I'll just move.
Which seems like a perfectly rational economic decision in this housing market.
Exactly. But today, I'm sticking around. I'm joined by the expert voice of reason, Anna Buggs.
Hello. I am here to hopefully convince you that, burning the house down is maybe an overreaction.
I hope so.
We are going to try to turn that fear into knowledge.
Because today we are digging into a guide from Simple Pest Management titled, Why Are There Spiders in Your House This Winter? And our mission is pretty straightforward. We need to figure out why they're invading right now.
Right, between November and February.
Who are they? And do we need to be worried?
It is a great guide because it really bridges the gap between biology, our local weather patterns, and just practical home maintenance. It's not just about bugs or growth.
Okay, let's unpack this, because I think most of us have a very specific assumption. It's cold outside. I go inside, a spider comes inside.
Yeah.
They're just cold, right?
That is the #1 myth, and it makes total sense. We project our own feelings onto them.
We shiver, so they must be shivering.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Most spiders aren't shivering. They are cold-blooded creatures, or, to use the scientific term, poikilotherms.
Poikilotherms. Okay, there's the SAT word of the day. Break that down.
So, unlike us, they don't generate their own body heat. Their body temperature just regulates to match their environment.
Oh, interesting.
They've evolved mechanisms to survive the cold, almost like a biological antifreeze in their system. They don't feel cold the way a mammal does.
So they're not knocking on the door asking for a cup of tea.
No, they can handle the chill much better than we can.
Okay, so if they're not looking for warmth, why are they invading? Especially here in California where, let's be honest, our winters aren't that brutal.
Well, it's not about the absolute temperature. It's about stability.
Stability?
The source material points out that while California winters are mild, we get these huge fluctuations. Think about the Sacramento area or the Sierra foothills.
Right. That swing is huge. It can be 60 degrees during the day and then drop to freezing at night.
Exactly. And that rapid fluctuation is biologically stressful for a spider. Your home, on the other hand, is a marvel of climate control.
It's always 72 degrees.
It's consistent. They're drawn to that stability. They want a predictable environment.
So they're basically looking for a stable relationship with the thermostat.
In a way, yes. But there's another, more primal drive at work here.
Which is?
They are following the buffet.
The buffet?
Think about all the other pests. Insects, beetles, crickets, silverfish. They often move inside to escape the cold and the rain.
And spiders are hunters.
Opportunistic hunters. If their food source migrates into your garage or your crawl space, the spiders are going to follow the food.
That is actually less comforting. You're telling me that if I see a spider, it's basically a signal that I have other bugs living in my walls.
It is often a leading indicator, yes. If the predator is there, the prey is usually nearby.
Great. So don't worry about the spider. Worry about the 10 things the spider is eating.
It's the circle of life just happening in your hallway. But there are two other big factors. One is purely romantic.
Romance. In my living room.
Mating season. For many spider species, late fall and early winter is when the males mature. And most of the year, spiders are pretty stationary. They're homebodies.
Right. They build a web and they just hang out.
But during mating season, the males become wanderers. They are on a mission to find a female.
So that spider I see sprinting across the carpet
is likely a male looking for love. That wandering behavior drastically increases the chances of them crossing paths with us.
I feel like I should be charging a cover fee at this point. And the fourth reason.
Rain. Especially in California. When it pours, outdoor habitats like burrows or ground webs get flooded.
So they are seeking high ground.
Precisely. And in a suburban environment, high ground is your garage, your basement, or your attic. They're basically flood refugees.
Okay, so we have stability, food, romance, and avoiding the flood. That explains the why. But now I want to talk about the who. Who exactly is crashing on my couch?
Right, and knowing who is half the battle, let's look at the rogues gallery.
First up, we have the common house spider. The name seems pretty on the nose.
It is Peristeatota tepidariorum. These are the ones you see most often. Small to medium size, brownish, kind of nondescript.
And they make those messy webs, right? Not the pretty circular ones, but just tangles of silk in the corner.
Exactly. They build cobwebs, and honestly, they are the good guys. They are completely harmless to humans.
So, free pest control.
Basically, yeah. They work 24/7 catching flies and mosquitoes.
Okay, I can tolerate a free employee. What about the next one? The cellar spider.
People often call these daddy longlegs. We're talking about Fulcus phalangioids, extremely long, thin legs, tiny bodies. They love damp, dark spots.
I feel like I've seen these guys do something weird when I get too close, like they start vibrating.
Yes, that is their primary defense mechanism. If you disturb them, they shake their web vigorously until it's just a blur.
Huh. To confuse predators.
Exactly. It's meant to confuse predators so they can't focus. But again, completely harmless to you.
Okay, vibrating spiders I can handle. But this next one, this is the one that actually startles me. The wolf spider.
Ah, the Lycosidae family.
Yeah. Even the name sounds aggressive.
They are intimidating, I'll give you that. They are larger, they are hairy, and here's the key difference. They do not build webs.
They don't. So where do they live?
They are nomads. Wolf spiders are active hunters. They don't wait for food to come to them, they run it down.
That is infinitely worse. A spider that sprints.
It can be startling, but they are not aggressive toward humans. Their bite can be painful, like a bee sting, but it's not medically significant. They aren't out to get you.
Okay, what about the yellow sac spider?
Caracanthium inclusum. These are pale yellow or light green. You might not see the spider itself as often as you see its bedroom.
Its bedroom.
They make these little silk sleeping bags or sacks in the corners of rooms, often right where the wall meets the ceiling. They rest in there during the day.
Sneaky.
A little bit. These are interesting because if you squish one by accident, the bite can sting, but again, not dangerous.
So far, everyone is basically harmless.
Mhm.
But we do have to talk about the ones that actually matter.
We do. And the big takeaway here is that the vast majority of California spiders are shy. Bites usually happen by accident.
Like you roll over one in bed or put on a shoe.
Exactly. They bite because they are being crushed, not because they are attacking.
But there is one iconic villain in California. The black widow.
Latrodectus hesperus. This is the one to treat with respect. Shiny black body. And the females have that distinctive red hourglass on the abdomen.
And where do they like to hang out?
Dark, undisturbed chaos. Wood piles, messy corners of the garage, outdoor storage sheds.
And the venom is pretty serious.
It is potent, it's neurotoxic, but, and this is important, they are not aggressive. They are incredibly shy. Bites are rare, but if you are bitten, you absolutely need to seek medical attention.
Okay, now the big one. I have heard horror stories about the brown recluse. Are they hiding in my closet?
I'm so glad you brought this up. This is a massive misconception that the guide corrects. If you are in California, the answer is almost certainly no.
Really? I feel like people talk about them constantly.
The source states clearly. Brown recluse spiders are rare in California. They are not native to the state. We don't have established populations here.
That is a huge relief.
Usually, if a brown recluse is found here, it's a hitchhiker. It came in a moving box or furniture shipped from the Midwest or the South.
So if I see a brown spider, I shouldn't panic.
You don't panic. The guide gives a great checklist. First, check the web. Is it a circle? A mess. No web. Second, check the location. Ceiling, ground, basement. And finally, check the behavior. Is it running or sitting still?
Web, location, behavior. Okay, so now I want to know how to keep them out. I want to fortify the castle.
Right, prevention. And the most effective method is sealing the perimeter.
The Great Wall of Caulk.
Essentially, go around your home, look for cracks, gaps around pipes, caulk them shut, check your weather stripping on doors and windows.
If you can see daylight, a spider can walk right in.
Exactly. Install door sweeps. It is the single most effective physical barrier you can create.
What about inside the house?
The clutter factor. This is huge. Spiders love chaos because chaos provides hiding spots. The guide specifically mentions cardboard boxes.
What's wrong with cardboard? Everyone uses it for storage.
It's the perfect material for them. It has little tunnels, it provides insulation, and bugs like silverfish eat the glue. It's an ecosystem. The advice is to switch to sealed plastic bins.
That's a great tip. And it probably helps with moisture, too.
It does. And speaking of moisture, dehumidifiers are your friend. If you dry out your basement or crawl space, you make it much less hospitable.
What about the yard? The battle starts outside, right?
It definitely does. Landscaping is key. Trim vegetation away from the exterior walls. If bushes are touching your house, you've just built a bridge.
And firewood. A lot of people stack it right up against the house.
Big mistake. A wood pile is basically a luxury condominium for spiders, especially black widows. The rule of thumb is to move it at least 20 feet away and elevate it.
Okay, 20 feet. I can do that. And there's one weapon I actually enjoy using. The vacuum.
The most underrated tool in pest control. Regular vacuuming disrupts their world. You vacuum up the web, you're destroying their home.
And if you vacuum up an egg sac...
You are preventing the sequel. You are removing the next generation.
Now, there comes a point where I realize I am outnumbered. When do we wave the white flag and call in the cavalry?
There is a tipping point. The guide lists a few clear indicators. The first is just sheer numbers. If you are seeing large numbers of spiders daily, that's an infestation.
Right, not just a wanderer.
The second is danger. If you spot black widows or, on the off chance, a brown recluse, don't try to be a hero. It's not worth the risk.
And you mentioned egg sacs earlier.
That is a crucial detail. One spider egg sac can contain hundreds of spiderlings. If you see those, you're looking at a population explosion waiting to happen.
And obviously, if you have severe phobias in the family, peace of mind is worth a lot.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the company behind this, Simple Pest Management.
They serve a pretty wide slice of California, San Diego, Sacramento, Riverside, and Placer counties. And what stands out is their focus on integrated pest management.
Which means?
It means they don't just come in and spray chemicals everywhere. They target the cause. Is it moisture, entry points, other bugs? They treat the problem at the root.
Which matters for families with kids and pets.
It does. They emphasize safety. They want to solve the problem without creating a new one.
So if you are in San Diego, Sacramento, Riverside, or Placer counties, these are the folks to call. This has certainly made me look at my ceiling a little differently.
That's the goal. Less horror movie, more nature documentary.
So let's recap. Spiders aren't cold, but they do want stability. They're following the food, and the guys are looking for love.
And trying to stay dry.
Right. And our best defense is a sealed house, plastic bins, and a good vacuum cleaner.
You've got it. It's about managing the environment.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, if we helped lower your blood pressure a little bit, please follow and like this show. It really helps us out.
And for the practical side, we highly recommend you follow Simple Pest Management on social media. They post great tips like this all the time.
And if you are in those service areas, San Diego, Sacramento, Riverside, Placer, go visit them online at www.simplepest.com.
Before we go, I want to leave you with one thought. We spend so much time building our homes to be the perfect environment. Dry, temperature-controlled, safe. Is it any wonder that nature, in the form of an 8-legged architect, agrees with our taste in real estate?
I'm Mark Buzz.
And I'm Anna Bugs.
Stay curious.